Hello, I'm Leora Sims. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another collab video. Today's collab I did with the amazing and talented ambrjet. I discovered Amber's channel a few months ago when she did a Create a Sim series called Zodiac Sims. I subscribed to her channel and I started watching her Let's Plays and her other Create a Sim videos, and most recently her building videos. And after watching her videos for a while, I saw that we have similar tastes, so I contacted her and I asked her if she would like to collab with me, and she said yes. So she built this beautiful home for your Sims, and I had the honor of furnishing it. Let me just quickly go into build mode. So that you can see the house fully, roofing and all. So here is what the house looks like up on the gallery. And Amber's name for this house on her gallery page is Traditional Brick Home. I couldn't fit brick in there because I have furnished in the title. So if you want the furnished version of this home, as you can see, it's listed on the gallery as Furnished Traditional Home, and on Amber's page it is Traditional Brick Home, and it is unfurnished on her gallery page. My name on the gallery is Leora18, and her name on the gallery is ambrjet, and I don't believe there are any spaces in her gallery name. While Amber was building the home, she emailed me and asked me if she should do any of the landscaping. And I said that if she was feeling inspired, she should go ahead and do that. And she responded that I could add or take away any of her landscaping. So first I'm going to show you what Amber did landscaping wise. Then I'll show you what I added. So all of these flowers on the building and the flowers by the rocks and the rocks, that is all Amber. Amber also added these rose bushes, and she put an identical set of rose bushes on the other side, but I removed them, and I put these bushes on the other side instead. And I believe that I added this tree because Amber has an identical tree over here by this window, and I was able to fit a tree in. And I added the outdoor lighting. I also added the trash can, and I moved the mailbox up a couple of inches because sometimes when I'm playing my own personal game, I find it hard to see the mailbox depending on where it is. Now let's have my Sims go inside. Now, the first thing I thought of when I looked at this house was fall. And the second thing I thought of was New York. But not New York as in Manhattan area. More like New York as in Queens, Brooklyn area. Especially on the outside, if you take away a lot of the flowers and columns. The brick is what makes me feel that this could be a New York home. I wanted this home to look very warm and inviting. But I didn't want to use dark colors all the way through because I have a tendency to use only dark colors when I'm going for a very warm and inviting look. And I didn't want this house to look like a cabin, but more like a classic home. That is up in the north. So I went with this orangey wood flooring for a lot of reasons. One reason is that I love the flooring, and I never had the opportunity to use this shade of the flooring. I've used different shades of this flooring in game, but never this one. And I feel that this flooring is perfect now for this house because it complements lighter colors as well as dark colors very nicely. I went with a white paneling from Spa Day. Because I didn't want this house to look too dark, and we don't have enough white paints in The Sims 4 yet. Not paints that actually show up on the wall. And Spa Day has a lot of white paneling that actually shows up. I find the other whites to be hard to see. So if you didn't get the Spa Day game pack and you're looking for better white walls in your game, I suggest that you get it. And this is not the only paneling that comes with the game, with that pack, but it was the best because I felt that the other ones were very shiny, and I wasn't going for a shiny look either. I picked these walls because they are light and bright and go well with orange, and you can easily see them. It's the first time that I've used the coat rack. The dining table I chose because I felt that that dining table looked perfect in that spot. And very realistic. I chose these chairs in orange because it went well with the rest of the furniture, I thought. And it took me a long time to find the right couch. I didn't want a couch that was too dark, and I didn't want a couch that was too light, and I was originally going to go with a couch from the Perfect Patio game stuff pack because I feel that some of those couches could be used indoors, but I didn't want anything to look like wicker for this house. So I decided against that. The reason I was going to choose one of the couches from the patio set is because those couches have pillows on them. And we don't have enough couches with pillows in The Sims 4 yet, in my opinion. Here you have a white bookshelf, a computer desk, a fireplace, I really like the way Amber built this room. I love the windows, and without the fireplace, this room looked too empty. That spot looked too empty. So I added the fireplace to add a little bit more color and to tie in the orange again. I wish I could have put a heater here instead, but we don't have heaters in The Sims 4. Please, EA, I want seasons and at least decorative heaters. Before we leave this area, let us go into our first bathroom. And that is the color on the walls that I chose. And I made this bathroom slightly bigger than it was because I wanted to be able to see the walls in order to paint them properly. And I wanted to make sure that I was able to fit a shower in here. So that is what I did. And I went with this get to work tile, and there was a shower in here with a toilet and a sink and a mirror. And next, we can go into the kitchen area. And for the kitchen again, I wanted a light but warm feeling. So here it is. I went with white appliances and cabinets. Light yellow walls and a white and beige tile. Something told me that I needed to put a kitchen table here, so that's what I did. And I chose this table for more than one reason. I chose it because it has white and yellow in it. And I chose it because it's small and round. And I chose it because I think it looks kind of nice with these spa day chairs, which are kind of a yellow beige color. And the counter area is mostly yellow, brown, and white, and silver. So here you have your counter area. You have your tea maker. You have your sink, which I almost forgot. And you have a dishwasher. I was originally going to go with the white dishwasher, but the dishwasher I chose looked better with the sink and the tea maker, and I felt in the white color the dishwasher blended into the counter a little too much. And I believe if you have a cool kitchen, you could fit an ice cream maker on the countertop. Next, you have your master bedroom. This is the first of 3 bedrooms. Whoops, sorry guys. Please bear with me. Okay, so we are finally in the master bedroom. As you can see from the master bedroom, you can see a small backyard area. And for the bedrooms, I went with a darker wood flooring. And I went with this orange and white wall because I've always wanted to use this paint. I think it looks fantastic in the Sims game. I wouldn't put it personally on my own wall, but in the Sims game it looks fantastic. I've seen other Simmers use it in builds and it looks amazing, but I could never use it before. It didn't go with the houses that I was trying to create. And the orange and white walls do not clash with the dark floor, and I chose this bed because I didn't feel that the bed clashed with anything, and I felt that the dresser had an orangey tint to it as well. I probably would have chosen a different bed if I could have, but we need more beds in The Sims 4, and I'm not the first one to say that. I believe we need more beds, and a lot of times when you have light bedding on a Sims bed, you have a dark bed, or a dark bed and light bedding. So I felt that this was the bed that went the best with this room. And originally I had the computer desk in this room, but it made it look a little cramped. So I moved the computer desk to the living room. And I didn't put any night tables in this room because a lot of times I find that my Sims find it hard to get to the bed, and I wanted this room to look spacious. Next we have the second bedroom. I chose this wall coloring because it looked neutral to me. It didn't look too light and it didn't look too dark. And it went well with the furniture in the room. Okay, so I chose this bed again because I felt it was the best bed that we have in the game for this room thus far. Maybe if I had more beds, I would have chosen a different one. I chose this particular dresser because it functions as a dresser, but it does look like one of those large, fancy jewelry boxes. And I was finally able to furnish using the dollhouse. So I'm very happy I was able to use that. Thank you, Amber, for making a room that was big enough for a dresser and a dollhouse. Next we have our third bedroom. When my sim walks in, this room looks very small, but it is not. And for this room, I chose a white and blue wall covering because I felt that this particular white and blue does not class with a wood floor. And I chose the bed because it didn't really class with anything. It's light. It does have some white in it, and it has some yellow in it, which does not class with blue. Blue and yellow can go well together. And I didn't want to go with an orange and white again. Now this room looks small, but if my sim turns the corner, you see a toy box, a matching dresser, and a rug. And I chose the rug to just add some more color into the room. And because the rug has some blue in it as well. And now, sorry, I was gonna go to the backyard, but I have to show you this. I have to show you another bathroom. Yes. And here's the bathroom that I wanted to show you. I love this bathroom because I was able to use a blue and white tile that I don't normally get to use. And I love that particular tile. And it makes this bathroom look very fancy, even though it has cheap plumbing because I wanted to keep the cost down. And it has that beautiful mirror from Spa Day, which I was never able to use until now, but I wanted to. And now we go back Oh, and I was also able to fit a hamper in here. Now we go back to the kitchen area. Because outside of the kitchen is a little backyard. Let me have my sim walk out here. And again, we have this beautiful orange terracotta. And on this landing, you could actually fit a bench here. I checked, but I took the bench away from there because I didn't want this area to look too cluttered. I love that rounded piece that Amber used. Now, I didn't do any outdoor landscaping in the back. The bushes are courtesy of Amber. She did all the landscaping out here. I added the flower pot just now before recording. And out here you have a nice fence. Again, I was trying to tie in the orange. And you have a nice barbecue. And this lot is a 30 by 20 lot. And it's a beautiful house, and it is easy to play in. Amber did make a foundation, but the foundation was not too high for me to use, and I did not have to lower it. And usually if I download houses from other builders, I have to lower the foundation. I even have to lower the foundation sometimes when I build it myself. My name on the gallery is Leora 18, and Amber's name on the gallery is ambrjet. Follow her, check out her channel, subscribe, go over to her speed build of this house and give it a like. I'd like to thank Amber very much for allowing me the opportunity to work with her, and I hope that we work together very soon again. It was a lot of fun, and it was an honor to furnish this beautiful house and to work with her. Again, she's very talented, and I very much admire her work. So I hope that you enjoy this house, guys, in whatever form you download it in. If you download this furnace version of the home, you need the base game, of course. get to work and the game pack spa day. Be happy, guys.